Okay, this is Arbitrary Measures. Check the description for all of the requirements to do a thorough investigation. It's not none of them are required to complete it. My first time through, I didn't have any of them because I always keep a huge bucket for these things. And I didn't fill any of them just to see, and you're still able to do everything that you need to do. So don't worry if you don't have certain skills or any of the required skills in order to do thorough investigation. You'll still get to where you need to go. But basically, engineering 3 or 5 will get you certain different things. Hack 5, melee 5, science 5, medical 5, guns 3, or guns 5. It's very, very flexible quest on this one. You can fulfill it many different ways. So I'll probably pull up a couple that I haven't actually gone through, because I have gone through it a couple of times and checked a couple of them out. And while having the skills will give you a little bit of extra detail, it won't lock you out of anything. So you're fine. And then there is a safe that requires Lockpick 8 if you want it. And a container we can explode that I'll normally explode because I have explosives anyway. That's an explosive one. Has nothing to do with the investigation. And then there's also a lockbox that we'll be looking at. We'll collect it while we're there, and then we'll check it out at the end of the video. So if you want that, just check the description for a timestamp. So we're in the Free Market Saloon, and we're talking to these two.
Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
What seems to be the problem?
I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Why not let him have an audience with the broker? At least he wouldn't bother you anymore.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Meeting the broker sounds like it could be useful. Maybe we can work together. Have him prove himself, put him to work washing dishes. Let's work together.
A partnership? An arbiter working closely with a third party is unheard of. But I suppose if I've no choice...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into.
Hope it has intrigue. I love intrigue.
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
All right.
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
I'm in.
Great. Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
Commander Emmy. Ever work with a partner before? Not sure what that is.
When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Alright. I will meet you guys on Golden Ridge at the refugee camp. Okay, we're here. We're at Guardian Estates. And we're going to enter into an area that, if you've been here before, was previously blocked. But we can get in now.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
Psychopath perk? Did you do this?
How dare you! An arbiter does not visit wanton destruction upon civilians. But had I judged these refugees, I would have told the bartender plainly. I have some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
You don't require evidence?
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
Okay.
What sort of life was this, without the Sovereign's guidance?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is find a computer and a lockbox. I'll come back and loot later. I'll loot at the end. First thing we're going to find is the Automechanical status. Critical damage alert, dispatched from Dragoon 1, dispatch a maintenance technician. Inventory. Alright, one of the camp's terminals contained an entry related to an automechanical defense. And then we're going to grab this. The Lonesome Ranger. We'll take a look at this at the end. Or maybe in the middle. Check the description for timestamps. We'll look at it when I have access to the ship, which could be at the end. Could be anywhere. Probably at the end. Okay, so then we have a body. This requires medical 5, and you will, if you have medical 5, it tells you that, I think it's a shock weapon that you know, you can tell that. It's not necessary though, and we're gonna do science this time, because I did medical through another practice playthrough. And this one is engineering 5, which I might actually do because I kind of want engineering 5 anyway. Or explosives 5. What do I have? Oh yeah, Arbitrary engine 4. And then we'll do science 5 because I don't have any of those. And there are science things here. Okay. Explode this. This is just loot. On it. Marksman suit. Periscope helmet. A couple of uranium grenades. Occurred to me I was so busy talking that I don't know that I went over this. Oh, engineering 5. Oh, we went and did this. Okay, you picked your way amidst blackened steel and aluminum, finding nothing but twisted wires and smoldering components, till eventually you find what appears to be a very small Protectorate logo stamped on a less damaged segment of plate. Stands to reason this transmitter was built by the Protectorate and likely reappropriated by the refugees. May be reason for its destruction. Okay, now the medical tent has a safe in it. I don't have lockpick 8. Not sure what's in it. And then badly damaged automechanical. This is hack 5, but If you have Melee 5, you can talk to Tristan about it. When you talk to Tristan about it, Melee 5 is an option as well. So that's an option. Radio tower. Here's Science 5. Wavelength history, relatively uniform, appearing to indicate shortwave transmissions at semi-regular intervals. One frequency, however, does not even remotely match the others. Somewhere in the annals of your vast mind, there's a blip of recollection. You know by the wavelength pattern that this transmission was specifically designed to be picked up by automech receptors. Silent sniper rifle. Check my notes. Computer, we got wrecked transmission tower, we've got automechanical by the med tent, we got radio tower, we've got dead body by the central fire pit, we've got, and I think that's all I found. It looks like you can get up there. I did get up there, but I didn't see anything interactable up there. Although it's very clear we can get up here. Maybe I missed something. Mass distributor. Just loot, I guess. Nothing to... No, don't knock me off. Yeah, nothing to interact with. Alright, back to Tristan. Looks like we've got everything.
I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here.
I found something.
Let's hear it.
Okay, we'll go through them. High power transmitter. Looks pretty heavily damaged.
Seems this base has seen its share of destruction. I maintain that it feels deliberate, judging by the still standing buildings. Was there anything remarkable about it?
There's Engineering 5, and then Professor. Protectorate Craftsmanship.
Good observation. Suffice it to say,
if you don't have Science 5, he'll come up with that
Did
information.
you have anything else?
A terminal entry cataloging the base's automechanical
I
defenses.
doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force. Assuming there was a superior force.
The defenses seem pretty resolute, but automechs are easily manipulated.
The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend.
One of the corpses had pronounced wounds.
Someone visited much carnage on this place while leaving few signs of their presence. Did you learn anything by examining the body?
So Guns 5 or Medical 3 will tell you that it was done by like automechanical weapons and stuff.
Death by shotgun, as the wounds appear to me, are often painful, drawn out.
Destroyed automech.
Myriad dead refugees, killed in a particular way, but only a single destroyed automech. I'm beginning to make a connection. Did you notice anything interesting about it?
Here's the Melee 5 or Hack 5. The barrel was nearly melted off. Looked like it had been fired many times.
Meaning its combat protocols were active for quite some time before it was destroyed.
And Camp's wireless communication tower.
I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong.
Here's the science. Someone tried to hide it, but the most recent signal was an emergency automech override.
I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's exceedingly useful.
I'm done.
You're certain you've combed the place to your liking?
Implies I'm missing something, but I don't know. I haven't found anything else, so I'm going to say yes, I have.
Then let us debrief and see if we can't deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people?
Maybe the broker killed him.
No. Sub Rosa could have cleaned this entire business up without anyone knowing were that the case. Focus on observations. Although I'm no ballistics expert, the death wounds on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by an automech. Have any theories about the automechs that did this?
I think the camp's automechanicals were reprogrammed to target the refugees.
My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised?
Through the shortwave tower. This is, if you don't have any of the skill requirements for the investigation, this is the answer I chose last time. Why does it feel like you already know the answer and are testing me? And he'll go through and do the whole thing. So you'll be fine without having any of the skills for the clues.
It seems so simple, and yet it also appears to be the most probable outcome. I agree. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees?
The original owners of the transmitter must have come to collect violently.
Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugees most certainly didn't build it themselves. They were likely Protectorate as well. I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa.
Protectorate would not take kindly to that. How do you think they blew their cover?
After the Vox Relay's recent destruction,
yeah.
High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to.
You arbiters aren't slouches. Hopefully the bartender pays well for all this.
I cannot say I particularly care for the monetary results of this investigation. The truth is its own reward. Now with that finished, we... Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry.
Recharge the machines return.
Bent on a loop.
Proceeding to attack.
Okay, now, there you are.
I'm back and scared.
One more.
Vitals are in the red.
Rectification.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
There you go.
That was a hardy engagement. You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
Okay. So I'll meet you back at Free Market Station. I'm going to do a little looting. I'll be right there. Okay, we're back.
Salutations once more.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
We've been to the camp.
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired.
Hard to take much solace in that with so many dead.
I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind?
Alright. Normally I charge for tasks like this.
Just trust me and go give it a look.
Alright. FYI, if you want the Sub Rosa headquarters stash room key, it's on him. You can pickpocket him for it. I don't know if I can do it with... Where's Tristan?
Anyone had asked me, I had to put the odds of a live Arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
So if you've completed a Sub Rosa quest, you would get this option. But let's go with Tristan.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Take it that was what you suspected, Tristan?
Yes. Yes, it was. I'd hoped to be proven wrong, but vindication has cemented my resolve. I shall uncover what happened, no matter what.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Alright. See, so you can get it. It is here. I don't really know what's in there, and I don't really want to steal it. I'd have to reload a save if I screw it up. Ooh, 1200. 1328 bit cartridge. 80% energy recharge rate. Undercity materials. I had another thing with undercity materials. Where are you? Here you go. Undercity materials. Enemies lose awareness of the player 50% faster. It's an armored suit, too. Cloak driver. After successfully killing someone with a sneak attack, become camouflaged for 8 seconds. While camouflaged, enemies cannot see you, and attacks are always sneak attacks. Has a 10-minute cooldown period. What good is it if it's 10 minutes? You want it to help clear camp. But there you go. There's that. Might as well grab that. So, not me. Gotta go. Let's go talk to Tristan. I'm all panicky now. They're gonna catch me. Alright.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together?
Alright. Fine, but you have to follow my rules.
I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow?
I will be dealing with people of multiple factions. No killing them without my go-ahead. Or just be nice.
Be nice. This may prove to be a challenging duty. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end.
Alright. Seems reasonable.
Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
Rubbing shoulders with Protectorate arbiters now, are we? I'll reserve judgment. Hopefully, he can as well.
Alright, see you back at the ship, Aza.
But I was hoping to peruse the shopkeeper's wares to see what they had with sharp, barbed, or serrated edges. We're all three. Fine, I'm going.
Check them on your way out.
Commander.
Alright, so let's get him up and running. So Tristan uses the Supreme Arbiter's hammer. His judgment ability charges at his target, ending the charge with a powerful blow. Target and enemies nearby take massive damage from the hit and are knocked away. Additionally, all enemies in a moderate range around Tristan are taunted by him. So that's his ability. He wields the Arbiter Hammer, a powerful melee weapon that can be used as a grenade launcher at range. And while he's in the party, he has a 25% chance to reveal hidden objects around you automatically. This can only occur if you can't reveal it yourself, such as by having too low of an observation skill. Okay. Enemies are more likely to target Tristan, and hostile effects on him last half as long. Harmful status effect duration. Every 3 melee attacks by Tristan activate his hammer's grenade, dealing bonus physical damage in an area around his target. Yes, please. When choosing to start a fight using dialogue, Tristan will always taunt enemies in addition to any other speech attack effects. Causes aggression, forcing the afflicted to attack the applier, or he frightens them. The target flees from combat for 8 seconds and does not affect automechanicals. Let's take that one. While Tristan is exposed to Xyranium, he rapidly regenerates health. Or when he's in Xyranium, his companion ability recharges faster. I'll take that one. Alright, so there's Tristan. There's Arbitrary Measures. and let's go check out the Lonesome Ranger lockbox. Okay, it's the Lonesome Ranger lockbox that we picked up. Plus 15% magazine size. While in combat and not attacking, gain 33% damage every 2 seconds until your next attack. Reload or swap weapons. 4 decryption keys. It's a helmet. Well, a hat. Let me read this again. While in combat and not attacking, gain 33% damage every 2 seconds until your next attack, reload, or swap weapons. Max 3 stacks, so basically 99% damage. If you shoot, wait 6 seconds and shoot, you get plus 100% damage. If I'm reading that right. I may have to actually try this one out. I have a lot of keys. Alright, there you go. There's the lockbox.